Hello and welcome to Pop Snitch Pod. I'm Rachel.
And I'm Brandon.
And I nearly killed you today because I didn't get to have my cigarette break, which is my Diet Coke break. Sure. Okay.
I was letting Rachel know before we started the podcast today that today is my longest day of work all year long, maybe one of the most stressful days of work, so much so that I didn't sleep last night. And so I said, just keep all that in mind when interacting with me via text, via phone, via this podcast. So I'm just telling you what wavelength I'm on. So being accused of stealing the last Diet Coke, them are fighting words today.
Well, I was like ready for my smoke break, look in the fridge, empty. And I'm like, why didn't you tell me? I would have ordered more. Being caught unaware. It reminded me of that time that you ate that last dollop of whipped cream and I went berserk.
Y'all, I went into the freezer. This was, 14 years ago?
Probably. It was a long time ago.
And I haven't forgotten it. I have not forgotten it. But what it was I went down, it was probably like afternoon, and I was looking through the freezer to see if there was something to, a little sweet treat or something. Mm-hmm. And I saw that there pushed in the very back of the freezer was a thing of Cool Whip. And I'm like, oh, that would be perfect. Just a little dollop of Cool Whip. Open it up, and what do I know? Like a freezer burned 1 spoonful of Cool Whip left. So you know what I did? I took that little dollop and I ate it right there.
You sure
About a couple hours later, from the kitchen, I just hear, ah! You ate the last bit of the Cool Whip!
Yeah, I had been looking forward to it. I had gotten into this habit to get myself to go to the gym, I would do a little coffee and put a dollop of Cool Whip in. It was like my little sweet treat in the afternoon, much like my Diet Coke is now. And I'd been saving it, and I knew that was going to be my last one. I was going to go grocery shopping the next day, and I get in there, and I realize that this little treat freak has gone in there like a raccoon and pulled it out of the bag and eaten the last bit and tossed it and didn't even tell me. And I did react like a lunatic, admittedly.
Poorly.
And
very poorly.
And I screeched.
And what I did back, she screamed.
I did. I scrumped.
In pure anger.
Yeah, no, I was in like a blind rage. I like actually wanted to kill you.
Back at her, which made her laugh.
It still makes me laugh. No, what you did was you marched over to the refrigerator and impersonated me screaming like that and then almost peed in my pants.
I couldn't believe it was happening on any level.
Well, I couldn't believe you did that. You knew that I was using that as my little thing.
I did not know that.
You literally... I was hiding it from you.
You assumed that I knew.
Oh, my God. I just could not believe you pulled it from the back and saw that little tiny bit and was like, you know what? Let me have that.
As the person who orders the groceries, maybe just keep us in Cool Whip and Diet Coke.
I do. I don't want to over order. And so I always wait. And then I'm like, okay, this is the last bit. We eat that. We get it the next day. And then you're like, I got to get in there and get it. And then you're like, eating everything and not even telling me.
If I get home from this event today and there is not a crisp Diet Coke waiting for me, there's going to be a huge problem.
Well, so I can make no promises.
You want to win the Best Wife Award? Maybe try to at least procure 1 can of Diet Coke before I get home.
Okay. What time are you going to be home? Is it going to be like late? Oh, sheesh. Okay. Well, anyway,
I'm gonna miss Southern Charm, which I'm devastated by.
As you should be. Okay. Well, I want to get into the Summer House trailer. Did you watch it?
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm there.
Initial thoughts.
I mean, I was surprised by the majority of it, even after being at BravoCon, which I'm kind of excited about and kind of pissed about. Like, if nothing else, why did I not see that at BravoCon? I saw the trailer.
Oh, okay, okay.
I mean, I left BravoCon with an entire the first episode of Vanderpump. Mm-hmm. I couldn't even get the trailer for Summer House. I flew across the country, paid $400, and still didn't get to see this. All that to say, big ups to the editing crew. I mean, they've got me interested in people. And honestly, Summer House has taken a steep dive for me. Mm-hmm. We've lost Paige. Jesse Solomon is some titular character now. We're bringing in new people. I thought we would, Lindsay's kind of gone, Kyle and Amanda, but that trailer's got me hyped up. I mean, Kyle and Amanda fighting again, love it. Carl fighting, love it. The even though I think they're teasing it a bit much, the Jesse, Sierra, and Wes of it all, how they're going to be.
I don't think it's really going to be a love triangle.
I don't think so either.
I mean, get serious. You hear Jesse Solomon break into song in all seriousness once, and you're dried up like the Sahara. Like, there's no world where Sierra really wants that, because if she wanted it, she could have had it, because Jesse Solomon he's not going to abide by bro code as much as he wants to pretend like he would.
I'm sorry, if you're more attracted to Lexi and want to put your energy towards that as opposed to being with Sierra, who honestly seemed like she was interested and has like severe height blindness. I mean,
get her some contacts, get her some glasses.
She is patient zero for height blindness.
She is.
She struggles. We're talking about Austin. We're talking about Jesse Solomon. I'm sure. Oh my gosh. Well, Luke is a good looking guy.
Luke is tall too, but he's got some personality flaws.
Yeah, but he's a good looking guy at least.
Yeah.
Some of these other fools.
Yeah. You put Jesse Solomon's face and that hairline on a short man, and you have him break into some sort of borderline off-key jazz.
First of all,
nerd.
If Jesse Solomon with his exact looking from here up placed on a short body would be jarring and scary to women.
Yeah. Laughed off the stage.
That's just a truth.
Yeah, he's not going to be at Summer House. We'll put it that way.
No. I mean, if only people had the same references as we do.
I know. We can't throw people under the bus.
Throw some pictures up here.
I could throw some names out. I'm not going to, but I could. But yeah, so Jesse Solomon, it's not going to be a real love triangle. He's just going to be like, can I flirt with Sierra? And Wes is going to be like, what? And then it's just going to be Sierra and Wes, will they or won't they? And Sierra is a mess when it comes to men. So I have no idea what she's going to do, but she and Wes were not in a fight at BravoCon. That much was true. And when we were at Watch What Happens, and it was like marry, kill, shag, she did say that she would marry Wes and kill Austin.
It's going to be interesting to see if they're in a relationship or if there's something going on there. But the truth of the matter is what is it like about Sierra that is not appealing to these men to commit to her? Because from all signs that I see, she's driven, she's smart, she has, the spicy kind of attitude that appeals to me for sure. And she has her own life too. Like, she doesn't need anything.
I think that's part of it. And I think West also has just been thrust into this. Sierra has been in this world for a while. And I think for women, having a ton of options is not nearly as exciting as it is for young men. And West is titillated by the DMs, by the fame, by all of it in a way that I don't think Sierra ever was or would be, because that's just not her personality, and it is his. And that's not even like a dig at him. It's just the reality of it. And so I don't think he's ready to settle down, because he likes being able to be like, yeah, so like I went out and hung out with Brianna Chicken Fry and we made out. And yeah, I was like touchy-feely with this particular influencer and whatever. I think that he genuinely enjoys that.
Yeah, I mean, and more power to him if that's what he wants. I cannot believe that Sierra would put herself back in a position to be hurt by this man again.
I can. She did it. She went back for seconds with Austin. So at least West is not Austin. I guess that's what we can say. But I hope the best for Sierra. I want only the best for her. I'm trying not to be like judgy about it, because I do think West is a good guy. I just think he's not ready to settle down. And so you got to protect your heart.
Is she? I think I'm always unclear about Sierra's like desire as far as relationship goes. Like, obviously she wants a committed partner, but I don't know that she's like ready to settle down.
I think she would be with the right person. I also think that Sierra, based on what she said about her dad, has some abandonment issues. So if she feels like someone is on the same wavelength as her, she is immediately going to push them away. So I imagine it's like hot and cold with her, and that's kind of difficult. But I mean, who knows? Obviously, I have no idea. But
yeah, I agree. I think that hopefully we'll get to see what all this is about, and hopefully
It's in the trailer, so there's going to be something to do with that. What I was obviously most interested in was the Kaimanda of it all. And Amanda hitting us with the Kyle slept at a fan's house.
Man, he's already trying to do damage control from that.
It is so like Kyle, PR 101, keep your mouth shut. Like, I am not famous and I know this. This comes out, you say, shh. Your mum is the word. You let the show speak for itself. My favorite part of the thing that he put out was, I did not sleep at a fan's house. I did an event, and then he throws Amanda under the bus that Amanda chose not to come to. And because I don't do anything to keep me up, i.e. cocaine, like whatever, I fell asleep on a couch and suddenly it was 6 a.m.
So I didn't sleep there. Well,
he's
you did.
I didn't sleep there. I fell asleep and suddenly it was morning.
Well, no one said that you slept with a fan. It said that you slept at a friend's house, which is
Amanda said.
Weird and sick. One thing.
Yeah.
You've slumped down.
Ugh, okay, I'm sorry I had bad posture.
You've slumped down. I feel like you need to tilt a little. And also, the camera is constantly shaking for some reason.
So many notes. Tilt down?
Yeah, tilt down.
Okay. How's that? Perfect. I'm not doing that. I don't have, I don't have Quasimodo back. I'm sitting up. It's going to be what it is.
Fine.
I haven't had my Diet Coke and I'm in a mood.
Fine.
Okay.
I like to leave all this in so that people can just witness what it takes to put this show on for you people.
It's not easy. Okay. I'm having to sit up every vertebrae on one another.
Rachel's got scoliosis and is bent over.
I'm doing what I can. Well, it's because I'm like bent over my computer every day. I tried to wear one of those things that keeps your back straight, like a back bra. And I literally was like, no, I can't do this. I can't even wear a real bra. I'm not going to wear one for my back. It does. She absolutely does. She's getting a hump in her back like my granny's. Okay. Never forget your papa having those suits, try to give those suits to your dad. And he had them specially hemmed around his back hump. Mm-hmm. And your dad... your dad tried them on and he was like, you know what? If you don't have a hump back here, this lays weird.
Yeah, it's not going to... When you have them tailored for that kind of
when you have them tailored for your Quasimodo hump, it does not hit the same.
Easy with the quasi hump.
We don't have to worry about your papa listening to it. It's not some sort of propaganda.
There
on
might
Facebook.
Be fans of ours that are out there that may have a
well, then they can relate to me. I've been trying to wear a back brace. Okay. It's fine.
I'm feeling like I need to kind of sit up.
You do. You hump over like a C.
I try not to. I'm doing better.
Sure. You need to wear my back brace.
When have you been seeing me hump?
Literally every night. Every night you slump over your computer and your neck is in your chest. Your chin right between your titties. Yep. There it is.
Well, this has hurt my feelings.
Here we are. Okay, so back to Kaimanda. I think it is genuinely going to be over this time. And I think it's because she needed to wait until she could get her own money to be able to leave him. She knew that Summer House was coming to an end. She, I think, can get at least half of Loverboy. She can prove that. But she needed the spinoff. And I think the spinoff will be what happens when the two of them separate. And that was going to give her enough. And my hunch for that is Matt Rogers last night on Watch What Happens Live. Did you get that hunch?
I mean, I think it's the only thing that makes sense.
Right. Well,
it's obvious. Obviously, they're under some sort of gag order about both of these shows, because that's one thing that was clear at BravoCon is that we're not getting any Summer House tea and we're not getting any city tea.
Yeah. But they had just wrapped production. So part of that is I imagine they're trying to figure out exactly how they're going to do the narrative. And so they can't have leaks right now. But that I actually think production probably leaked the Kyle and Amanda stuff to drum up interest in it. That would not shock me at all. But I think it's for real this time. I mean, they were destined to fail from the beginning, unfortunately. But I just got tickled at Kyle trying to clarify. I'm like, sir, you have been in this business too long to fumble the ball this hard. It's like, I'm embarrassed for you.
Well, one of the things that made me think that this is a possibility was the first season of Summer House panel where they went and watched that episode. Amanda was nowhere to be found. It was just, now granted, she wasn't a full-time character at the time.
Right.
But it was Carl and Lindsay and Kyle.
Yeah.
And Kyle went on this long, sweeping tirade about how he envies Carl now and how he looks up to Carl for changing his life and like becoming an adult and leaving the old things behind. And I'm like, this sounds like a man who's divorced.
Well,
like where all this soul searching, and it was just very odd and not Kyle.
A couple things. Like, first of all, Kyle only decided to be a DJ when Amanda was like, what if I did one thing that wasn't Loverboy? He like lost his mind and was like, oh, I'm a DJ. And did the only thing that she had asked of him was that he stopped coming in late. And he's like, what's the one career I can have where I stay up all night? I know, I DJ. And so he started doing that. And now he's like, Amanda doesn't support me in my DJ career. I don't even know what she wants from me. Kyle, I know what she wants from you. She wants to be able to live in New Jersey, maybe have a couple kids, watch her dogs play in the backyard and sip a Corona while she sketches out some bathing suits for a bathing suit line. Why do I know that and you don't know that?
The thing about this is the whole DJing phenomenon. And I'm not hating on DJs.
Sure.
The bottom line is if I thought I could make a single cent going out there and DJing, I would do it in a hot second. Seems like a blast. I don't know how much, if you're not a real DJ, like as in like creating songs and remixing songs, like you're really just playing at an iPad.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I think the people who are famous who do it are making money, but otherwise...
I think Kyle's making money, but I think he may just be playing an iPad. And
I don't know the rules.
And the thing is I'm not so sure that he's not great at being a DJ.
I've heard he's very good, actually. He had like amazing reviews at BravoCon for his DJ sets.
They also this is the thing that most people may not understand. It's like, they don't just let you DJ.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Especially at these like huge Vegas clubs, like you have to have like some marketability and some ability to handle it. And so like when Meredith Marks is doing DJ sets and Dorinda Medley even and Kyle are doing these DJ sets, like they have some reputable force behind them.
Well, Kyle had someone training him in New Jersey. Meredith and Dorinda only did it at Bravo places. Kyle was doing it like at actual venues in Vegas. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
that's
so
true.
I mean,
girl, get out there. There's a rumor that she's not coming back to SLC next year.
I'll be honest, like with how she's acted this season, it doesn't surprise me, and I don't really care. Okay. Like if she's not going to participate, and like I feel like what we're witnessing here in these final episodes is she doesn't even want to talk about how they're wrong because they're not.
Okay, we'll get into that when we get into SLC.
Go ahead.
The other thing I wanted to say, the reason I think that Kaimanda is over is because Matt Rogers, when asked about his favorite Bravo celebrity at BravoCon, said it was Amanda Batula, and that he thinks she's about to have her Paige moment, i.e. letting go of baggage and like rising to a new plane of like celebrity.
Everybody's saying that. I'll be honest. I mean, I like Amanda. But a Paige moment?
I think she could. I've always liked Amanda more than you do. I think you have like some weird thing where you don't like her.
I don't dislike her. I just feel like she goes along to get along, and for reality TV, that's never very interesting.
I don't know. I'm curious to see her this year because she and Sierra go out a lot, and she actually was really fun and wild in the first couple seasons. So I'm excited to see what she brings to this season.
Let's get it, Amanda.
Okay. So let's talk about Southern Charm from last week. We're going to be a week behind on the Southern Charm episodes because of how our recording schedule is. I'm hoping we can start getting out like little baby bonus episodes, maybe on like Friday if we can, but not this week because this week is crazy. So in episode 3, we see Austin getting some kittens. 2 kittens, which is brave, and Craig helping him, with his expertise and the kittens that all of his ex-girlfriends have had.
Yeah. What is this? What is he doing? Like his relationship is sort of seeming a little on the rocks, which we know that it was. And people are like telling him, you got to grow up. You got to settle down. You got to figure your life out. And he's like, you know what? I'll raise you one. I'm going to get 2 kittens at the same time and fix none of my actual issues.
Well, and it's interesting because wasn't Austin always telling Craig, like, if she's not going to move here, then it's not a serious relationship. Like, you're just going back and forth. You're wasting your time. You're wasting her time.
Yes.
And then now he's like, this is actually really easy.
Well, and I think also, he's not saying it's really easy. He's saying, I really like this arrangement.
Yeah.
I really like you coming here.
This is working well for me.
Having sex with me and us playing girlfriend and boyfriend. And then I like for you to leave and
really
go
like my alone time.
3.5, 4 hours away.
Yeah. It's best for me when you are dealing with the traffic. Her screaming at him over the phone about the traffic, so relatable. There's nothing more infuriating than being on your way to somewhere, especially down south. Like, if you understand that traffic, where she's talking about specifically, where inexplicably for years, everything just goes to one lane and you just want to scream because they're like, construction. And you're like, where? Nothing has been built for like 5 years and there's just construction. So her screaming at him about that, I was like, girl, I feel you. I have seen it. I've experienced it. It's terrible. So many people moved down to North and South Carolina during the pandemic and thereafter, and they do not have the infrastructure for it, like even remotely, and have not attempted to build it, but they're building like houses, schools, but nowhere for you to drive, and you have to drive everywhere. So my mom used to complain about the traffic, and I was like, Mother, I live in New York City, like traffic, you don't know her. And then I tried to drive somewhere where
Charlotte is worse than Atlanta now.
It's awful.
Like, it's way worse than Atlanta used to be.
Yes, it is insane. What used to take me to get to my brother's salon, it used to take me like 45 minutes. I'm not kidding. It takes me like an hour and a half. And then coming back home, if I leave anytime 4 o'clock or after, it could take 2 hours. And I was like, what in the world? And my mom's like, yes, that's why my nerves are just frayed every day. But my mom and my brother both have like massive road rage. Whoa. And
your mom's got night blindness.
Oh, Lord. If I have to hear her talk about her night blindness again, but it is scary when she drives at night. Like, I literally am afraid for my life.
There are people in my life that I have never been more afraid of riding with. One is you.
Okay.
Number 2, your mother.
Yeah, no, we're
terrible.
Number
3, her husband.
Dave.
Yeah. They are the most deranged, behind the wheel people. The people I just listed, including yourself, is just frightening. I will say that you got much better over time. Because I don't drive actually anymore. Started scaring yourself.
No, I did. I got to a point where I had frightened myself. I'd been in so many accidents, so many close calls. And now I don't drive often. So when I do get behind the wheel, it's 10 and 2, eyes peeled. We're going the speed limit. We're paying attention. My heartbeat, like everything is just focused on the job of getting myself there in one piece.
Yeah. I mean, one of the first times we ever went anywhere together, I made you get out of the car.
You did. You said, stop the car. And I said, we're not there yet. And you said, stop the car. And I got out and you said, my dad told me in high school after an accident happened and someone got hurt that if I was ever scared, I should have them stop the car and I should either call him or drive. And I was like, oh, wow. So you're having like a PTSD moment.
Oh, and they didn't just get hurt. They died.
Oh,
and second of all, your chair in the driver's side was broken and could not. And so it was completely all the way up.
Yeah, because I have very short
broken
legs.
All the way up. And so I had to lower the back seat and sit on the seat to drive.
Yeah, it wasn't a short drive. We were going like 2 hours away. And you would rather do that than be with me in the driver's seat. And I was like, you know what? That's fine. I'm a passenger princess anyway. So hop to it. But no, I did start scaring myself. So anyway, back to Southern Charm. I understood her frustration.
We just want to chat today. We're not really interested.
We're chatty Cathy's. We have so much to get to, but you know what? We're here. This is our job.
All right, let's lock in.
Okay. I really enjoyed seeing Madison's new house because if you'll remember, she came on Southern Charm as Austin's girlfriend and a hairdresser. And the time that she came on, like Shep called her white trash. Everyone acted like she didn't deserve to be there. She was poor. She was a loser. All of this. And that girl has stood the test of time. And now she's got a nicer house than any of them. She is like living in this neighborhood that she never thought she'd have to live with. And I loved when she said, I thought I was going to have to marry an old rich man to be able to live here. And I'm the old rich man.
Well, let me tell you, Shep Rose don't got any business calling somebody white trash.
Mm-hmm.
And as evidenced by the fact that he was digging through his daddy's garage, looking at old photos of himself. He ain't had a job the entire time we've known who he is.
Yeah.
He's got a trust fund.
Oh, Shep has never clocked in. Like,
no, never.
He doesn't know what that is.
White trash.
I mean, Shep's not white trash. He's just like a loserville. Like if someone, again, I say this anytime I talk about it, if someone has to talk to me about their family being part of like the Revolutionary War, my eyes are rolled back in the back of my head. I don't care. Congratulations. Your family, war heroes. Great. Okay. That was a really long time ago. Your family name. All right. Congrats.
Yeah, I'm not. Nobody cares where. Like, first of all, don't be even acknowledging what your family was doing during the Civil War era, much less being proud of it.
Love that we're talking about revolutionary. What? Let's skip forward 100 years. What were they doing then, Shepherd? You know.
I'll just be honest. It's really nice to know that my family was not here yet.
No, my family had not immigrated. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, we were probably doing bad stuff over in Europe somewhere, but...
Yeah, mine came from Germany. I'm afraid to look back too far. So we'll leave it at that.
I'm not judge lest ye be judged, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, well, okay. So I do want to talk about Craig's use of ChatGPT because you'll remember when we first started the pod, one of the things that we noted was that he had gone on a podcast and said, like, I don't really have time for therapy, so I use ChatGPT as my therapist. And he is on there and he's like, ChatGPT or whatever he calls this entity. He's like, with everything that you know about me, what literary characters do you think I would be? And it's like Jay Gatsby, this narcissist who ends up dying alone. And it's like all of these characters that are not compliments.
Dorian Gray.
Yeah. Oh my God. And I'm like, okay, you don't know who any of these people are, which is A, funny. B, Rufio, not a literary character, my man. That's in Hook the movie. It's not in the book. Okay.
Rufio wasn't in the book.
So I thought that was really funny. And I think it was just because Craig was like, I'm going to look so good with that eyeliner. Like, I think that's what locked it in for him.
He looked completely insane.
He loves an eyeliner. He always has. Early Southern charm. He was hitting it with that guy liner. And so I think that's what he wanted. He was like, because Craig this season, a girl on TikTok said it best, like we come back to season 1. Season 11 is season 1. That's where we are. Craig he has gone all the way back. And so now he needed that.
What's so insane about all of this is that with him and ChatGPT, it's like the only thing that ChatGPT has kind of rolled back is, hey, you shouldn't be using this as your therapist. It's very scary that you're doing that because this is not built to do that. And what it's telling you is probably not good. And we've seen it and we're trying to fix it, but we don't know how to fix it. Like, this is the one area where they're like, wait a second.
They're anyway, so a few people casually died from this.
Yeah.
And we're thinking, don't do it, you know?
You know, ChatGPT 4.0 sort of told some kids to unalive themselves.
And so we're just saying, like, maybe seek out real person help. And Craig's like, my girlfriend broke up with me, and with everything you know about me, what do you think I should do?
Oh, and you gotta love it when they're like, oh, you know how we're gonna fix this? You can now choose whether you want your ChatGPT bot to be quirky. Yeah. And have a little fun with you. Like, what? Oh, so it's going to be fun when it tells me to off myself.
I actually think Craig is going to turn into like her. Like, he's going to get so overwhelmed by the volume of women that he has access to that he's going to be like, you know what? I am attracted to my ChatGPT now.
I mean,
as it were.
It doesn't talk back.
There's that. So anyway, they get into this huge fight at Whitner's birthday party. And it is so funny. I loved Austin as Hermione. And I love it when the boys fight in costume. Like, there's nothing better on Bravo than people fighting in costume. It's
Thank
one of my
you, producers.
favorite things. Yes, it's just chef's kiss. So Austin with his hair pulled back in a headband, just being like all snarky, and Craig clocking that he's talking about him from across the room with like a smoky eye, being like, he's talking about me. And Austin like just doing little digs constantly about Craig drinking again, about him being bad at hitting on girls, Sally being in his hot tub, all this. And then Craig just throwing out a grenade like, well, you told me you're jealous because you don't want to have a girlfriend. It was just perfect. Absolutely perfect. Whose side were you on, by the way? Hermione v. Rufio.
So the fight was about what I don't even remember what the fight was about, to be quite honest.
I think Austin is jealous of Craig right now and irritated at him.
Oh, no, it was around. Okay, yeah, I remember now. Yeah.
I think Austin's mad that Craig was talking about being an addict last season and is like openly drinking and being like, no, now that my girlfriend broke up with me, I'm no longer an addict. And I have all these girls to choose from. And so Austin's like digging at him constantly.
First of all, these men are not friends. They're not. They're
not anymore.
And I think it's like
they're
even
like haters.
Well, even back in the day, Austin was a Craig hater. And then when Craig started getting all this stuff, a hot girlfriend, he's got his own business, he's got his own money, he's got a nice house, he's got all these things. Like it has been one problem after another with these two. And it's because like they're so jealous of each other and they cannot wrap their minds around the success of the other. And and I think more so it's Austin feeling left behind by Craig, a person that he feels like he brought into the group and made.
No, because Austin came in after Craig. I think it's more like they all thought Craig was a loser for the longest time. And now Craig has surpassed them in a lot of ways, like in business, with money.
He was the joke.
The
he was kind of the butt of the joke.
Oh, for sure. They were absolutely cruel to him for so long. And he like kind of hit this. He was like soaring past them and now he's kind of coming back down to earth. And I think they are relishing it in a way that's kind of gross. But also Craig doesn't know what to do if he doesn't have a girl telling him what to do. And so it's just interesting to watch them go at it. What do you think of Whitner?
I mean, I'm going to have to see more from him to like appreciate him as a character on the show. Like I've liked a few things that he said, like he's kind of poking fun at the guys. He's kind of taken the place of JT, but someone who's actually charismatic and sort of funny. So I'm just hoping that kind of is the role that he plays, that maybe he doesn't even become that big of a character, but just kind of comes in as comedic relief. And
I want to meet his mother. I can't remember who was talking about her, but they were like, I've met his mom so many times and she literally never talked about him.
Oh my gosh.
I like that his family has a lot of themed parties. I thought that was really cute. You and I have talked about this a million times. I need to hear from the girl who he was engaged to, because his heart is obviously still broken. He said that they lived together and were together for like 2.5 years, that he proposed after 2 years. And then after 3 months of being engaged, she was like, I'm done. I'm out. I'm gone. And I always say that when a girl breaks it off, she has been done for a long time. She has been plotting how she's going to get out, how she's going to do it without like blowing everything up. It's been like noodling around for a while. And so men are typically unaware.
Well, especially in a culture where the women, all of them are trying to settle down and the men are trying to keep themselves from settling down.
Right.
And for a woman to call it off, that's usually a sign that she has been put through the ringer. I need details from her.
Right. And it may not be that he did anything wrong.
No.
It could just be like she just knew, like, I got to get out. Like, this is not right. I'm doing this because I thought I needed to get married. And so I would love to know the tea about that. Okay. Now we have to talk about Salt Lake City from last night. The girls absolutely cracking me up. They were making me laugh so much with the entire Cartier situation.
Okay. So I need to start from the top.
Okay.
So the first thing that we see is Angie and her mom and her dad at her house. And let me tell you, Angie's supposed to be a hair person, right? Am I wrong about that?
No, she is.
We got to get Mama a wig.
Okay, yeah.
I mean,
it's time.
It is time. She has hair. She has female hair loss, and she needs help. And it's shameful for her mother to be walking around like that, like we saw her in that.
I fear this is just like a hair podcast now, where we discuss hair issues and on TV perpetrated by people who do hair.
I mean, Angie has she is a hair aficionado, a hair mogul.
She owns multiple salons.
And she is walking around bald.
I don't know why more people don't do wigs especially like when you get to a certain age. Like hair loss is really normal and stigmatizing for women, especially. And being able to like get a nice wig that looks really, really natural it boosts your confidence, your self-esteem. But yeah, I know.
Let me tell you, if I lose any more from these pieces here, I'm going to disappear for like a 2-month period and your boy's coming back with a piece.
Oh, are you going to do like turkey hair or are you like
That's too much to mess with. I'm going to just shave the top and put one of those little pieces on.
Okay. Listen, you do you. Whatever works best.
Trim it up.
I have to talk about the Cartier thing. One of my favorite things was Heather just being like, I got a Cartier in the airport, a BOGO for me and Whitney just to upset Lisa. Because Lisa and Angie fight like sisters. Lisa's like, you got a Cartier after I got a Cartier.
You
and
copied
Angie's like,
me.
I've had a Cartier for 10 years. Here's a picture from my Facebook when I had a Cartier. And because they had been fighting about it for so long, in the airport, Heather and Whitney got Cartiers. And I just thought that was hysterical. And then I'm thinking about my Cartier. And then Mary is like, that's a grandma watch. And I'm like, verklempt. She's calling my watch a grandma watch.
Hitting them with the grandma watch. That was hilarious.
That was very funny. Mary Cosby knows how to deliver a line, man. But that entire conversation, and then Lisa talking about her Porsche, they kept saying like, it's not a competition, but I have a 2025 and it's the only one of its color. I don't want to fight with you, but also I had 5 and you've only had 4. Like it was literally like watching children fight at the table. It was hysterical. And I'm like, what are y'all doing? This is so embarrassing for y'all. Like, what are you doing?
You know, it's so hard to watch, Lisa packing for this trip and John watching her. And you just look at that man's face and he's like, I cannot wait for this woman to be gone. And he's like, how can I help you pack up all this Gucci? Like, I just need you to be gone. And before also Todd's watching Bronwyn get ready. And I don't know what he was thinking with that bubble vest. But
let this man live. Let him have his moment.
That is not the Todd look. Todd does not to be rocking that bubble vest.
He was chilly.
No.
Let him live in his bubble. Well, I have to tell you, with Lisa, I think like she does have such pretty hair. She has all these things, but I'm like, girl, whoever is doing your spray tan, fire them. It's her hands.
Well, they're traveling to Greece to do it.
Well, she talks all the time like, oh, I have a spray tan girl. I call her at any time. Like it could be like midnight. And I'm like, she doesn't like you. She does not like you. She is playing in your face because her hands look dirty because of that spray tan.
Let me just tell you, Lisa, if you need my services,
do my spray tans.
I will come and I will make sure you don't have one streak.
I'll
make
so
sure
weird.
The color is right.
This is sounding very pervy.
Saint-Tropez, that's what I use.
Okay, yeah. It is what you... This is unnerving.
I know what I'm doing.
You do know what you're doing. The whole Lisa glam thing is like always a thing with the vacations, but it was a new level for this one.
I mean, she missed dinner.
Yeah.
Because of her glam team getting her ready.
Well, Heather made a comment that I didn't realize, but it's very funny. She was like, Lisa, I thought it was just like she's so vapid that she has to have like this glam team with her everywhere, but she can't see. I didn't realize it was like a vision impairment. And I think part of it also is like she doesn't want anyone to see her without makeup, but she can't see. And so she has this glam team come. But there's been this whole talk about I don't remember who shaded her about her ankles. It was at BravoCon. Someone said something like, well, at least I don't have thick ankles. And so Lisa Cankles has been like circulating.
I'm going to tell you right now, that is below the belt.
I know.
Nobody need to be talking about people's cankles.
I know, it's rude.
And you cannot fix it. Like,
well, I know there's nothing you can do about it, but you can tell whoever's editing knows that that's in the ether too.
Animals.
They zoomed in on her ankles under the guise of like, oh, I like Lisa's slides. I could not even see her slide in the shot. It was literally a zoom in of her ankle. And I was like, ah!
If I was John, I would drive to the freaking Bravo offices and whip some ace.
It was diabolical. I was also tickled that she was so late to dinner. And one of the girls said this. It's like she had to spend 2 hours doing glam and then she wore sunglasses all night. Like, what are we doing? It's nightfall. What is happening?
So I have a couple of things.
Okay.
One of which is, we've talked about this multiple times, but I think they talk about it again on this episode. The whole Todd and Bronwyn thing. Are we preparing for a divorce? Are they slow rolling this?
I don't think so. I think here's what happened and why I think Bronwyn brought it up and then tried to roll it back. She said this on a couple podcasts and it makes sense. She did not ride home with the girls on that fated plane ride.
Yeah.
Okay. And then when she landed was when all of that stuff on Twitter came out about Todd looking at those pictures of girls on his phone on a plane ride. So she thought when everyone's like, how do you feel about the plane and blah, blah, blah. She thought they were going to be talking about Todd. So she was trying to just head it off at the pass, talk about it up front. And then they were like confused about why she's bringing this up. And then she finds out about the Meredith stuff. And she's like, well, shit, I really wish I hadn't said anything. So I think that's why she was annoyed. She was saying, like, if he needs something, I wish that we could, like, arrange something. But truly, at no point was she like, I'm leaving my husband or we're getting a divorce. She just wanted a few days to cool down because she was pissed that people caught him looking at stuff on his phone.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get the impression that they have the marriage that I want. But I don't get the impression from them that it really is on the rocks as bad as everyone thinks it is.
Yeah.
And I do believe that it is a partnership.
Yeah.
And I do, but like some of the things that I see in like just the fact that she is always in New York now. I mean, she's been in New York since BravoCon.
Yeah, she's been here a lot for sure.
And so I don't know, like some of this is just like, are we, and I think they're filming right now, maybe.
I don't think so.
No?
No, they just wrapped
they just wrapped yeah.
Part of why she was here was for the reunion.
So they'll start filming soon in the first of the year, probably.
I don't know about first of the year because I think
when
maybe
filming.
I'm not sure when they'll start again, but yeah, I mean, I think it's like anything. We don't know. But I think that's why it seems like you have a little bit of whiplash because she was trying to head something off at the pass and then realized that she said too much too soon and is trying to pull it back.
Yeah, I hear that.
Also on the night out, Whitney looked like Harley Quinn. Like when she took that fall on the side of that mountain, I thought she was bleeding.
Just go home. At that point, night over. If I take a spill like that, I'm like, have fun.
Well, that's not true. You have fallen in every country we've ever gone to. Yes.
Post.
That you just, I'm talking and I look over and you're on the ground and I laugh because it's insane and you get really mad at me.
I can't help that these European countries haven't moved beyond cobblestone. Get some pavement out there for me to walk on.
Well, it's almost like you should learn how to walk. Like it's insane.
I mean, do we have to walk like it's the 1600s?
Well, it's crazy to me that we have literally not traveled to a country that you have not taken a spill in.
You're right.
I know.
I mean, I can't disagree with it.
You can't deny it. So Whitney takes a spill, and that looked like it hurt.
Okay,
like genuinely.
Let me just. I got to go back to the falling thing. I want to just
about you.
Yes, I just want to put some information.
You want to make this SLC recap about you?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
And the thing is, just some stuff about me that no one knows.
Sure.
I walk in such a way that it wears down the bottom of my shoes very quickly. And I don't know what that is. I haven't been able to figure it out myself. Maybe I need to go to a podiatrist.
Well, you have the flattest feet I've ever seen in my life.
But almost immediately.
No arch.
All of this tread is gone from my shoes. So if there is a whisper
of slipperiness,
of moisture on the ground. It's like I'm skating.
That's true.
And so a lot of this problem comes from that. I just wanted to put that out there in the world.
Okay. So you should, but also the times that you tried to buy a shoe, because we talked about that, like you need tread. You try to buy a new shoe and it like eats your foot and now it's bleeding and now we've got blisters.
Not that we want to make this foot podcast, but it is also important.
Too deep.
It's also important to note for Brandon's foot lore that I have two completely
wildly different sized
feet.
Like a 2-size difference.
So on one foot is about a 10.5 on a good day. On my other foot is about 11.5.
Okay, so yeah.
And so I buy an 11.
Thread the needle.
One of my feet is constantly swimming around in the shoe, while the other foot is in a constant state of distress.
Yes.
That's the world I live in. That's
the other
my
foot
everyday.
Is in a straitjacket.
That's my everyday. When you see me, just know that that's the plight I'm dealing with.
Wow, I don't know how you get through it. I really don't.
Thank you.
It's tough out in these streets for Brandon. He's, got no tread on his shoe. He's fallen down in every country he's ever been to.
Amen.
One foot is in a straitjacket, the other swimming around, can't come up for air, and he's just trying to make it in the mean streets of New York.
Yeah, just so we're clear.
Okay, well, anyway, back to Whitney and how she took a really nasty spill, but based on how she was dressed, I swear she was giving Joker, she was giving Harley Quinn. I thought she was bleeding on her chest and down her face the minute she came up, and then I was like, no, that is her outfit. Okay, moving on. They sit down for dinner, and I have to tell you, first of all, we also saw in this episode that it turns out they can get some footage of them on an airplane. Because they got some footage of them on an airplane. So that was really annoying to see that. And it does make me think that we're going to get a little bit of footage for the reunion. But they sit down and, Meredith has tried to call Heather 4 or 5 times and get in touch with her since they've had this big blow up. She buys her a necklace and Bronwyn's even hey, she's trying to give you a gift to, deal with this. And Heather's it won't work. And I guess I'm just annoyed by it because I felt like Heather was correct at the beginning, right? But the problem is Heather hasn't had a storyline the entire time. And so I feel like she's made this her storyline and won't let it go.
I don't disagree with that. The biggest thing is, why the hell is it Heather who's so upset about this? Brittany, I mean, is the Messiah complex is.
Oh, yeah.
It's okay, you got out. Nobody needs you to be their spiritual mentor. You know what I mean?
Yeah. She's I've written some books.
Yeah.
And so I'm the intellect of the group. Let me go put on my founding father wig and I will be judge and jury.
We don't need it. Just stay out of there.
Yeah. It was just annoying because Meredith's I've tried to get in touch with you a couple of times and you refused. And I don't want to have this conversation with the entire group. So, no.
And I will say, Meredith has a point. I don't want to get too on the Meredith train, but Meredith has a point when she's talking to Bronwyn and says, hey, just get ready because they will not stop talking about your husband. They will not stop bringing him up. And now that they have even the slightest thing, whether it's the fart or the fart heard around the world or looking at boobies on a plane, it does not matter. They will never let this go now. You've walked yourself into the same position that I've been in with Seth since the beginning of the show. And she's not wrong about that.
Well, and they have just done their constitution, right? And Bronwyn's thing was stop talking about family, about husbands, and about businesses. Let's keep it focused on us, on our relationships, on this as a job. Let's stop doing it. And immediately Angie's do you want to get anyone's number since you're in an open marriage? And I think that's why Bronwyn was no.
Well, and I'll also say this, these constitutions are pencil thin because what if husbands are off limits, if jobs are off limits, if the businesses are off limits, what more do you have? I don't have anything else going on than that.
Yeah.
What are we going to get to see? Their lines, oh, I've got a new hair care line. Oh, I've got a new makeup. Oh, I've got a new seltzer.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. I do think like kids definitely, but they did agree to it and then immediately, and the way Angie brought it up was like messy too. I'm sick of Heather being like, I am going to be the moral compass of the group.
Oh,
it's
yeah. And
super annoying.
You called me a liar. I'm like, okay,
so,
get over it.
And she didn't call her a liar. She just said she lied. Like,
yeah, which I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, it's just, I thought it was so annoying. I also got Lisa is so funny to me because during this fight between Heather and Meredith, somehow Lisa makes it about her and about Heather hurting her feelings and starts crying. And I was like, I love this so much.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy.
It's why she works so well. I think that also, I wonder, Whitney and Heather are dragging this out. And again, Whitney has a storyline that I feel like she's building for next season. Heather did not have one, which is why Heather's storyline was literally that ratty ass stained 20-year-old mattress and her Wayfair furniture. Okay. And this. And Whitney was her failed business and potentially failing marriage. And I wonder if Whitney feels some type of way with Bronwyn, because I think Bronwyn threads the needle between what Heather and Whitney bring to the table. She's beautiful. She's interesting. She's open to new things. She brings fashion. I think she was such a good addition, and I wonder if they feel threatened by her in any way.
Well, I feel a way that I've been up to this point uncomfortable with voicing on the podcast. But the bottom line is, I'm not a believer that this is some golden season. I mean, I'm struggling to stick. I'll be honest, to stick with it. I'm not interested in what's going on.
Yeah.
Like, there have been moments this season that have really been exciting and captivating, but on the whole, like, there's never a payoff. Like, even the fights fizzle because nobody's actually wanting to participate in the gossip or in the thing. Like, I think the boat episodes were by far the best, but since then, and even the trajectory that we're currently on, I'm not that excited about it. And
we'll say this: if they do not show me the footage from that airplane,
they're not going
at
to,
the reunion.
Rachel. They're not going to.
I'm going to lose it. I'm going to lose it. I'm going to go through the roof. Do not give me a storyline. Do not make the main plot of the entire season about something that may or may not have happened on an airplane that you can film on, and then not give me the receipts. That would be so infuriating that I'm going to lose it. I'm going to lose it.
Well, Andy and Heather both basically said there is no footage last night. And
they didn't say that. They said that they didn't record each other. That doesn't mean that production didn't record.
I'm just going to say they've already shot this thing, and I think they're already trying to slow roll out that there is going to be no payoff.
Oh, that makes me so mad.
And I'm telling you,
why would they make that a central
I'm telling
conflict?
You, if that is real, that is really going to make me upset.
Yeah.
There's going to be a whole episode of this podcast, us just going off on that. So get ready.
It's going to be me screaming like when you ate the last of my Cool Whip and when I realized you drank my Diet Coke today. That really irritates me. Okay. Let's talk about Vanderpump Rules, a next shift. There's been a lot of hullabaloo. Is that right?
Hullabaloo?
Hoopla online about how this is getting like terrible ratings and stuff. I think the issue, honestly, is that Sir is not what it was, 10, 12, 13 years ago. That the way that LA is structured, WeHo is not like, or West Hollywood is just not the area where people are dining, like the hot spot anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason you know that is because Lisa's partners are like freaking out about the business, about how it's been hit by the pandemic. And so it's kind of empty. And I think that's part of what the issue is, that it feels kind of contrived, but I'm really liking it. I really like the new people. I think they're interesting.
Yes.
And I'm kind of excited about it.
I couldn't agree more. People need to stop because we're going to get the same tired bull crap over and over and over and over and over again. And we're going to have the Beverly Hills situation now where everyone's complaining about that it's the same old story over and over again. There's no new churn or anything like that. And I'm saying, like, give this Vanderpump cast a chance. They are messy. They're young. And it also is going to usher in a new, in the same way that Next Gen is, a new generation of Bravo watchers. Like, if we don't keep ushering in new people, then this whole endeavor will end. We have to embrace the new along with the old. Like, I'm sorry, but freaking Kyle Richards is not always going to be on television. And it's the same thing about, like, how people worship the NYC girls, and then they did the reboot. And I'll be honest, like, I didn't ever really give it a chance. And I think there was some miscasting there as well. Yeah. But I think this new Vanderpump crew, I think they're the real deal. I think we got to give them a minute to cook.
Right. They're actually friends. And I honestly think that's where you get magic in a bottle. It's why Vanderpump Rules worked. And it's why Original Roni worked. Like, even if they weren't besties at the beginning, the group of, like, New York elites was so small at that point that they at least knew of each other.
No,
and
100%.
That's what you need. You need people with actual relationships because they need some skin in the game. Right? Yeah. So I want to start by talking about the cousin twins because I really don't like them. They have been on other reality shows. They're trying to, like, model, trying to be on TV, whatever. And they're both on OnlyFans. And people found their OnlyFans handles, and they both follow, like, really troubling alt-right people, including Andrew Tate. And this did not surprise me. They have eyebrows that look like they're full of secrets. And so, but I'm like, it's not that hard. Like, people online can figure that out pretty quickly. Why can't Bravo? And Bravo has such a history of casting problematic men. But these guys just seem problematic and without personality. And I'm like, okay, if you're going to be problematic, you got to be nuts like Jax Taylor. You got to give me something.
Well, I'm scared. Like, when you say OnlyFans, are they just sending kind of thirst traps? Or are they out here, like, showing full pole?
Well, maybe I didn't pay for it. Like, I don't know.
Well, no, I'm just saying. I just thought maybe you had done a couple of searches, you know?
I am not searching for them on OnlyFans. They have OnlyFans, like, Instagram pages with their OnlyFans names on it. And you know it because they said their OnlyFans names on the show, like big dingbats.
Okay. And we might have to put our researchers on this.
Yeah. Put the FBI on this.
Yes.
But yeah, so they're weird. Like, the cousin brothers of it all, the way, I don't know. They give loser energy. I don't know why. I don't like them. I didn't like them from the jump. I really don't like them now. So
there was a moment in the show where Venus starts talking about his manifestation journey.
Yes.
And
I like that he's wearing an orange puff vest with nothing under it and an orange beanie.
And then the edit on that made me feel sorry for anyone I've ever tried to talk to astrology about or that I've ever tried to talk to about astrology.
Yeah.
Because I was listening to it back and I'm like, wow, this sounds insane. There are merits, and I do believe a lot in certain aspects of astrology, but man, does it sound like crazy town garbage when it's coming out of somebody's mouth in that way.
Yeah, no, same. I don't feel bad for them though. I'm trying to help. And she asked him, like, ask and you shall receive.
yeah, exactly.
You ask me about it, she's going to yap. You're going to hear. Okay.
And right on the heels of him talking about his manifestation journey, he was exposed to the worst boys' night I've ever seen in my life.
Well, again, it's with cousin twins.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, what do you think about vaginas? Are you gay or are you bisexual? It was like the weirdest inquisition upon a gay man.
Can we in 2025 not have to have a gay man explaining to straight men what being gay is? Can we move beyond that?
Can we just hang out?
Can these, with all the Googling that these men are obviously doing and all the ChatGPTing that they're doing, can they not just like maybe find out some of this information for themselves? Right. They have to put this man through this inquisition.
Yeah. Well, let's start at the beginning of the episode. The episode begins with Marcus, and I didn't know this, but he was like 35 years old. So he's giving Jax Taylor in the sense that he's like significantly older than everybody else in the group. And so he's like taking the youngins under his wing and teaching them his evil ways. But we see him coming in with his little backpack. He's giving first day of school with that little backpack and those tall socks. It was cracking me up. And he comes in with little flowers for Lisa because they're about to have their one-on-one about whether or not he's going to be suspended for drinking on the job. And it just got me thinking, like, I cannot imagine going to a meeting with my boss where it's going to be like, will she fire me? Will she suspend me? And thinking I should bring flowers. That was so funny to me. And Lisa was obviously taken aback as well. But that's in this particular meeting, we learn a lot about Marcus. We learn that both of his parents have died by 35 and in the last 5 years. And so when everybody's talking about him having like a drinking problem and an anger problem and all of this, I was kind of like, I kind of get it. Like that's a lot, especially if you're not in therapy, you're not processing it. That's a lot to handle. You're talking about 2020 was enough to traumatize us all. To have that and both of your parents die between 2020 and 2025 is wild. So I did feel sorry for him for that.
No, and I'll also give him a break on the flowers because that sounds like something that's out there in the ether at SIR. Like if you're coming to Lisa to apologize, you need to bring a gift, or that sounds like a very Lisa thing.
That's true. That's true.
Like something that she expects. Like if you're coming, you better come hat in hand. You better come.
That's true. She does like the guys to be in love with her.
Yeah. I think somebody gave him advice.
Yeah. Yeah. So it goes from that where we understand kind of like why he's acting the way that he is. And then I think it goes to the guys' night where Venus is subjected to the cousin brothers. And then Shane and Marcus are there. Marcus is wearing this blown out shirt where we see so much of his cleavage. And I'm just confused by the fashion of it all. All of them are dressed for a different evening, you know? It was like, you know, Venus dressed in this Gorgine peach pantsuit that he could wear at like Capitol Hill. Then you've got Marcus in pants that belong in the early 2010s and this like his dad's shirt with no button, the button at the navel. Shane, I don't know what he's doing. His laugh sends a shudder down my spine. And so I don't pay attention. And then you've got cousin brothers doing whatever they're doing.
Yeah. I mean, I think the thing that I'm the most interested with this group is like, what is going to be the relationships that develop that become the titular relationships on the show? Like, obviously we've got Marcus and Kim, but that's already on the rocks.
Right.
And I'm worried about this whole dynamic between him and Natalie, and like, what is that? Is that a thing? Do they actually have more chemistry and more of a relationship to build than him and Kim do? And, you know, I think like Kim has those like crazy girlfriend eyes that you can only get after you've been so attracted and so mistreated by problematic men that you're just constantly looking at your boyfriend thinking like, when are you going to make a misstep? And when you do, I'm going to get you. Like it comes from being saddled with these kinds of men over and over and over again. And so I'm just wondering like, where does all this energy go?
My take
who
is
comes
that
out on top?
Venus is the middle. He is the stability holding everything together, right? He's best friends with Jen and Marcus. He's also close to Audrey, Sydney Sweeney Light, and she's the one having her Taylor Swift birthday, 22, on a rooftop, which is like where the true conflict of this episode transpires. And I think his relationship with Audrey is obviously going to be pursued by one of the cousin brothers. And then I think Marcus and Jen are just going to be on again, off again constantly because I believe they're still together because she was at Watch What Happens when he was at Watch What Happens.
Is it Jen or Kim?
Oh, it's Kim.
Yeah,
it's Kim. I keep calling her Jen.
Yeah,
in my brain,
I've been calling her
she's
Kim.
Jen.
Okay.
She's Kim.
So,
and I think Natalie is in there because she is just reality TV gold. She's just When Natalie says something, I believe her. Like, I got so tickled when Demi was like, you've been gone for an hour. No, I haven't. No, I haven't. And like 27 minutes.
I think that she could go two ways. Mm-hmm. If she makes a bad turn, she could go full Lala. If she makes a different kind of turn, she could go full Kristen and become the person who is finding out the details, who's exposing all of the trash, who's creating good, messy drama when needed. So I really like Natalie. The whole Kim and Marcus thing, man. I mean, they've only been dating 8 months. Seriously?
Yeah.
And I'm like, if you're having these kinds of problems, the sunk cost fallacy is a lie from the pit of hell.
Yeah, I don't believe it.
Get rid of him. Get out.
Yeah.
And honestly, for him too, get out. Yeah. You're having these kinds of fights where you're having to like leave and you can't be in the same room together. And she's like, they're almost like poking at each other from across a party. Like
that part was really sad. Like, it's clear that he is grieving and unwilling or unable to process that, right? And I think she knows that. So in her mind, she's letting a lot of it slide, but then she gets drunk and gets bonkers as well. And I really liked what Venus said when he was like, Marcus tells everyone what they want to hear and always thinks he's right. So he never suffers the consequences because he just like moves into whatever that is and doesn't expect anyone to talk to each other. Mm-hmm. And this is why I say like Venus is the glue. He's the stabilizing factor of the entire show. And when he pulled Marcus in and was like, I heard you say this to Natalie. And now you're telling Kim that you didn't say this. But Kim going after Natalie about text messages that she never saw was crazy. And Natalie, again, did not lie. Like, they pulled the receipts and she was correct. She wasn't sending him good morning text. She literally sent him a text after he gave her shit and said, you should get on your heel game like Kim. She said, hey, I got some kills. Heels. You'd be proud of me. Yeah. And so Kim looked a little bonkers in that, but then you have Kim coming to Natalie after she hears Marcus saying he's falling out of love with her to another girl, and cries to Natalie. And I loved Natalie being like, I didn't like that she was crying, but I did love that she was crying to me because I'll pet her head and rub her back. All she needs. It's like, I just think she is so fun. Like, my favorite people to watch right now are absolutely Venus and Natalie.
Yeah, I'm ready. Like, I love this group. Now, I like being back at SUR. I like being with people who are working a real job together. Even the little bit of drama there was between, I think it's Dana or whatever her name is, Natalie.
Demi.
Yeah, Demi and Natalie. Like, I like that drama. Just like the workplace crap. Like, I love that. Yeah. And that's what I love about this show that's so different from all the other shows. Well, aside from Southern Hospitality, which is my second favorite.
Well, that's why Southern Hospitality is so good too. Like, we want to see shows. We have enough aspirational shows on Bravo. Like, I want to see shows of people doing tough jobs. And I don't want to
see a show about people being on Bravo.
Right.
Like, I feel like that's what we're watching in Salt Lake City right now, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, we're watching reality TV about being a Bravo star. I don't want that. And that's definitely what Beverly Hills has become.
Yeah.
From what I understand. We're going to do a full Beverly Hills recap because I'm going through and watching some titular episodes right now to catch up to be able to talk about this season. But I'm telling you right now, like, that is where the shows go to die. That's where New Jersey went to die, where OC went to die. Is not having some sort of other connection other than that they're on the show.
Right.
And even the summer house of it all is going to get to that. We've got to get away from...
I think Summer House, if they keep recasting well enough, will be fine because being trapped in a house and drinking is always going to bring some sort of interest and intrigue. It's just set up to do that. So I think that will be okay.
And I love people going away and coming back.
Exactly. And
I love that.
Yeah. So I actually think that one will be fine. But for this particular one, I like, again, the juxtaposition at the end of our girl Audrey getting a lap dance from these like OnlyFans cousin brothers whilst Kim is crying and Natalie is like petting her hair and she's so happy that she's come to her. And Marcus has just gone off into a tunnel by himself, drunk. It is just old Vanderpump. And
I love it.
It made me happy. I was just
You can't make me hate it. You cannot make me hate it, world.
I just want more people to give it a chance. Like, let them breathe a little. Let them try.
You have so much history with these other people. You're forgetting that when you're first watching the show, you don't have this shared history with the people. You've got to give it a little while to breathe a little bit.
Well,
and it took SLC multiple seasons before people bought into that idea.
But it's why I do think it would have been better at a different restaurant.
Maybe.
You and I disagree on that, but I think it would have clipped up quicker. I think when you do something at a place where people have so many memories, it makes it harder for them not to compare.
Well, and Lisa maybe just needed to rebrand Sir from the beginning. Maybe honestly, that's why it's failing.
I think most of what's happening is her trying to keep Sir alive.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, Sir is just not, it's not the vibe. I mean, they have done a lot to it to make it look a little more like appealing. It doesn't look as old and dusty as it began to look in those later seasons of Vanderpump Rules.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. So I'm going to watch Southern Charm tonight. Oh, also, we're going to try to do some recaps of each of the seasons of Mormon Wives, because we have been told that there are people who haven't watched it, but they want to know just like what's going on. So I want to do it in a way where like you don't even have to watch the shows. Just watch our recaps and then you can watch it with us or not, but you'll have an idea of what's happening and you don't even have to watch the show. Also, if you love us, please subscribe to our YouTube. Like, that's the best thing you could do to support us right now, would be to subscribe to the YouTube. So if you don't, I'm just going to assume that you don't love us and support us creatively.
Yeah. And you can find all the links to our Substack, to our YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, the Snitchuation Room form where you can submit your snitchuations to us to be able to comment on our new show that comes out every single week, the Snitchuation Room. We're in the middle of our 25 days of Snitchmas right now, which you can see all on our socials. That links to those are also at popsnitch.com. Please just talk to us, comment, leave a review, just interact with us. We love doing this and we love providing this content. So help us out.
We have some great snitchuation rooms coming up too. We took some of the ones that were submitted and did Christmas themed snitchuation rooms. So I'm really excited for those to come out on Monday. So we're switching to like a Monday, Thursday thing. We finally nailed that down. We're releasing on Mondays and Thursdays so that you can have a better idea of when it's coming out. So Pop Snitch with our pop culture stuff will come out on Thursday, and then Snitchuation Room will come out on Monday. And so make sure that you submit to the forum if you want us to do a snitchuation. I've had a couple people come up to me in person or send me texts, so I may text you back a link to it because I'm going to need some more context to be able to remember what's happening. But we love you so much. Thank you so much to those of you who support, because we notice and sincerely appreciate it.
And just so you know, we've gone from like 300 followers to over 3,000 on TikTok in the last like week and a half. And we've gone from like 200 followers on Instagram up to almost 800 followers now.
We're like at 735.
And we really, really appreciate you.
Yes.
And thank you for that. Cause like, doing this, we really love it. We really like doing it. But it helps to see numbers going up. So we really appreciate it.
It means a lot to us.
All right.
All right. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.